Oh, what's going on, guys? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys. But first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in today's video, we are going to be doing another modded boss fight. For this modded boss fight, we're actually going to be putting quite a few modded towers to the test against the Elite Bloonarius. Now, for this boss fight, like I was saying, we are going to be using quite a few modded towers. The first one that we're going to check out is going to be the Boomerang Monkey upgraded to the top path. We will then be checking out the Monkey Village upgrade to the top path, and then the last modded tower that we're going to check out is going to be the Sniper upgrade to the bottom pathway. Now, we will be using a fourth one, but I kind of want to keep that one a little bit of a surprise because we're not going to throw it down until the very end, because I have a little bit of a surprise for you guys, because I think I found a little bit more of a broken modded tower than the top pathway wizard monkey. But alright guys, because I already showed you guys like my method for farming for the boss fight, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead all the way up until round 39. I'll go ahead and bring you guys back really quick. Alright guys, here we are on round 39, and as you guys can see, we have a decent amount of farms up. Now, we don't have enough money to afford the tax zone just yet, but we are getting closer. Now, if it comes down to it, I will sell one of my farms in order to buy the tax zone and, of course, upgrade a monkey village up to the top pathway, which it looks like we're actually going to have to do it, which is slightly unfortunate, but when it comes down to it, like, looks like we were just a little bit under my prediction. So we are going to end up having to sell two of them. So I'll end up selling this one up here just to make sure that we can afford to buy our tax zone. And now that we have the tax zone, the next thing that I want to do is I do want to grab a monkey village, then upgrade it to a bigger radius. I also want to grab a grow blocker, then radar scanner, and then I also want to grab jungle drums, and then of course the top pathway as well. So we should be able to afford our jungle drums here in just 1 second. We'll grab primary training just to make sure we have that little bit of added pizzazz against the boss Bloon. And then I like to do something a little bit different. I like to add a Owl Alchemist upgrade to stronger stimulant with it as well, because this is a guarantee that we don't struggle with actually dealing with all the balloons that come out of the boss Bloon itself. So now that we have this, the next thing that we want to do is we do want to replace our two banana farms ASAP, which we should be able to do that here in just 1 second. So as soon as we can afford to upgrade these to the banana plantations, I also want to upgrade the top ones as well. We'll go ahead and do so. Now, I'm going to be doing this one a little bit differently than I did my last mod vid, and the reason why I want to do that is because, I mean, I don't want you guys to watch the same thing over and over and over again. So in order to make sure that things aren't too repetitive for you guys, I feel like just doing, showing you guys like the actual boss fights. And then of course, when I get the modded towers as well, I feel like those are a little bit more important than showing you guys how I farm. Because of course, if you guys would like to see how I farm for the elite boss fight, I do have two other vids where I actually show you guys my method for beating the boss Bloon without using mods, of course. Alright, so let's go ahead and upgrade to a couple more valuable bananas. Let's go ahead and check these down here. Okay, looks like I'm missing a couple of banana plantations, which isn't the end of the world. It is going to set us back a little bit, but for the most part, we still are good. So now that we have all this, the next thing that I want to do is I want to upgrade two of these banana farms up to banana research facilities, which we should be able to afford here in just 1 second. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to around 60. Then I'll go ahead and bring you guys back as soon as I'm there. Now, if you guys have seen or watched my last mod vid, then you guys already know like this works really well. And again, I don't want to keep you guys here longer than I have to. So guys, let's go ahead and fast forward to round 60. I'll bring you guys back as soon as I'm there. Alright guys, here we are on round 60 up against the tier 2 elite boss. Now again, I went ahead and greeded a little bit harder than I usually do, and I upgraded one more farm up to a banana research facility, and that's just because I wanted to see if I could afford to buy the Glaive Lord while greeding a little bit harder than I usually do, which it looks like we should be pretty much good to go. Now, if we didn't have modded towers, one thing that we would have to do is that we definitely would have to get a top pathway ice monkey in order to be the tier 2 boss. But again, because this is modded balloons, we don't need to worry too much about that. So now that we have our Glaive Lord down, upgrade to the middle pathway, the next thing that we need to do is we need to get 100 100,000 pops on our top pathway Glaive Lord in order to deal with this boss balloon and transform the Glaive Lord into the modded version of himself. On top of that, I also want to make sure that I'm keeping track. Ooh, man, it transformed way faster than I thought it would. So it looks like the modded tower actually transformed before 100,000 pops. And now you guys are going to see it like this modded tower is going to shred the tier 2 version of the boss balloon. Now, one thing I will say is that just because it seems like it's a little bit overpowered now this modded tower falls off extremely hard against the tier 4 and tier 5 boss. And one thing I will say is that even for the tier 3 and tier 4, we do need to grab a second modded tower just to make sure that we don't lose against the tier 4 boss balloon. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the next boss fight. I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch of these farms upgraded, and I'll go ahead and bring you guys back as soon as I'm there. Alright guys, here we are on round 79. The tier 3 boss is going to be coming out in the next round. So hopefully we have enough popping power in order to deal with them. So as you guys can see, we are not going to need to worry at all about money. I did end up grabbing a Spirit of the Forest just to give us that little bit of extra cash. And there we go guys, now we officially have the Banana Central. Now this boss balloon isn't going to give us like a super hard time. But I will end up going for our second modded tower. That way we can go ahead and get it out of the way. But the first thing that I want to do is I do want to grab a Perma-Brew. So now that we have the Perma-Brew down, the next thing that I want to do is I want to grab our Sniper Boy. And with this Sniper Monkey, I will be setting it to only targeting strong. Because I want this modded tower to only focus on dealing damage to the boss balloon. Now that we have all this, I did say that we were going to upgrade to the Sky High. So let's go ahead and grab the Monkey Village, upgrade to Primary Expertise. Now that we have it upgraded to the Primary Expertise, I believe it needs to get up to 50,000 pops in order for the Sky High to actually come out. Which hopefully we get it relatively soon, because if we don't get to there, oh, there we go. So it looks like we got the Sky High just in time, and now we have the Survivor. Now you guys will see that the scary monsters paired with the Survivor are going to be melting the boss balloon really quick. But again guys, this is only the tier 3 version, but when we get up to the tier 4 and tier 5, we're not only going to be dealing with 8 million health, but on the 5th tier we are going to be dealing with a whopping 40 million health. And you think if these modded towers were extremely good, they would be able to melt this boss balloon instantly. Right guys, now the next thing that I want to do is I do want to grab a couple more buffing towers. So the first buffing tower that I want to grab is I do want to grab myself an Ultra Boost. And then the next thing that I want to do is I want to grab myself a Monkey Sub. And with this Monkey Sub, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it to the Energizer to go ahead and give us that little bit of a lower cooldown. Alright, so let's grab a Tech Bot and link it up with our Ultra Boost really quick. And then we'll link the Ultra Boost up to our Glaive Lord, because it seems like our Glaive Lord might be doing a little bit more damage than our Survivor. Yeah, so he's sitting at 2.3 million pops, but the Survivor is sitting at a whopping 1.2 million. So guys, again, I'm going to go ahead and skip forward to round 100. I'll bring you guys back as soon as I'm there. Alright guys, here we are on round 100, dealing with the tier 4 boss balloon that has a whopping 8 million health. So, I think if I'm not mistaken, we almost have our scary monsters upgrade or all ultra boosted 10 times. Perfect. And now that we have our scary monsters ultra boosted 10 times, let's go ahead and swap that over to our elite defender, aka our Survivor. So as you guys can see, the modded towers are doing a decent amount of damage to the boss balloon. But I want you to remember that the we leveled up to veteran level 4. Nice, dudes. But I want you guys to remember that the tier 5 boss balloon has a lot more health than this boss balloon. Alright, so hopefully we'll be able to get a decent amount of buffs on these two towers in order to deal with the next boss balloon. Alright guys, so I think it goes without saying, but we're definitely going to be able to deal with this elite boss balloon, especially since we have 3 modded towers on the field right now. Which brings me to the next modded tower that I'm going to be showing you guys. The next modded tower that I'm going to be showing you guys is going to be another Wizard Boy. But with this wizard, we're not going to be upgrading it to the top path, but rather we're going to be upgrading it to the middle path. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to round 120. I'll bring you guys back as soon as we're there, and I'll go ahead and unveil the 4th and final modded tower for this video. Alright guys, here we are, the tier 5 final boss fight. And as you guys can see, like, our two towers aren't even scratching this boy. I mean, I can slowly see its health starting to go down, but that's nowhere near enough DPS in order to deal with this boss balloon. So guys, I think it's about time to pay attention to this final modded tower, because again guys, I think you guys are going to be a little bit shocked. So one thing I want you guys to pay attention to is I want you to pay attention to how fast the boss balloon's health just drops. And make sure you guys don't blink, because you guys may actually miss it. Alright, so let's go ahead and upgrade to the Wizard Lord Phoenix, and here we go guys. Did you guys miss that? We beat it so fast that if you blinked, you would have missed it. So I think we have a new, actually, I think we have a new strongest tower, or strongest modded tower in Bloons Tower Defense 6. And this modded tower is called the Snake. Again, it is the Middle Pathway Wizard. If you guys would like to check out any of these mods yourself, I will leave a link in the description below for the modded Discord where I picked these up. Also, if you guys want to check out the legit way of beating the Elite Bloonarius boss balloon, I will also leave a link to the live stream that I did for that a couple of days ago. But alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please feel free to hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a bit of Bloons Tower Defense 6 content. But anyways guys, you already know what time it is. I hope you guys have the most amazing day of your lives. And I will see you guys in the next one.